going on, everyone? It's Mike back again. And yes, tonight is a later video. I apologise. And there is a reason for that. I actually had Connor on from One Leeds, and I accidentally deleted the video. So I'm doing a match preview now, and I'm hoping that Connor can either jump in this or hopefully see Connor before the game tomorrow. Or, of course, we'll do a match reaction with Connor, of course. Everton take on Leeds at Ellen Road, a game that is going to be difficult for several reasons. One, Everton's confidence is probably down a little bit following a home defeat to Newcastle, which, let's be quite honest, was absolutely appalling. And Leeds have just come off the back of another win. So it's not going to be a particularly easy game for Everton, I don't think. However, we've got a different goalkeeper. We should be positive that we've signed a new player, although I don't know how likely he is to play or feature, if he's even eligible. And obviously, we watched Carlo's press conference earlier. He's very driven and determined to get a result out of this game because Marcelo Bielsa beat him, which he clearly says in his press conference. So, look, Everton have got to go in there as, in my opinion, we're not quite favourites. I think Leeds are favourites, but Everton away from home are a different animal than they are at home. So I'm confident with that. Another thing that I just want to touch on very early into the stream is John has had his little girl, Chrissy Nevaeh, and we wish them all the very, very best, of course. Let's go through some of the comments while we're building up. Lewis Jones, you're late, Mike. I was. I'm really sorry. Everton Botches, hi, everyone. How are you doing? Just saw Banter FC playing. Yeah. I expect the views might be down on this video for that reason. Philip Mason, Carlo yelled at them. He did. Mighty Blues, how many subs do you think you can get by the end of the season, by the end of the year? Should we go with 13,000? That'd be nice, wouldn't it? 13,000? We'll go with that. JC Wisnier, sup Mike, special shout out to John, congratulations to Danny's newborn, abso-friggin-lutely. Lewis Jones, King isn't available for Leeds, but there you go, you answered my question. Mozza 036, all right everyone, just watch Wolves. Yeah. What was the final score in the game? Because I know Wolves were winning 2-1. Lenny X plays, congratulations John. Joe Mulhern, I think Carlo will have these guys fired up after the defeat. Absolutely. Holly Agombar, good evening. And also Holly will be with us for the Everton v Spurs watch along, which is absolutely fantastic. And I'm really looking forward to that. Phil Mason, yes, congrats, John. There you go. Congrats, John, from Mighty Blues. Jonathan Ryan, hi, Mike. How are you? Well done to John. How is baby? His baby's absolutely fine. Holly Agombar, up the John. Yeah, brilliant. And Lenny X plays, would you go with a flat back four? Let's get into the match preview. There is only 37 of you watching. You know, if you could share and like the video, that will help get to a few more people. And I'd really appreciate it, guys. So, Everton go into the game tomorrow, and I think the way that Everton are going to set up will be with the flat back four at the back. You know, have Holgate in at right back, have Godfrey in at left back, have your two centre backs as normal. I think that's going to be key. I think it's important because it means Leeds won't be able to get behind us, which is again what we need. And we saw the weekend Newcastle can get in behind us. You know, we were caught up the pitch twice for both of their goals. So let's hope that doesn't happen. Obviously, the first goal was the corner, which we had to defend because we come back ourselves. They get a corner, and our defending is shocking. So we don't want to be doing that against Leeds, of course. Here's John. Thank you, everyone, for the congratulations. It means the world to me, Lisa, Chrissy, and my two boys. Absolutely. And I'm going to leave that comment there for the rest of the stream, guys. Everton can set up, have the flat back four, allow Leeds to put pressure on us. It means we can go and hit them on the counter. You know, we have got a bit of pace in our side with Calvert-Lewin coming back. We've also got Richarlison, as much as some of us may not want him to play. We've got Iwobi who can carry the ball. We've got options that mean if they attack us, we can suck them in and run out, which is exactly what we need to do. I think as well from an Everton perspective, We need to get James on the ball as much as possible. I went on Connor's show earlier. I don't know when that'll be uploaded, but whenever Connor uploads that video, you'll see me say, you know, if you stick a man on James Rodriguez, Everton are sort of nullified because everything we do comes from him, whether it be an assist or one of these stupid pre-assists that people keep going on about. Everything does come from James. So for me, we need to make sure that he's got time on the ball. We give him lots of options, and hopefully we can allow him to dictate the play. Because when we played Leeds last time, I don't feel like anyone did dictate the play. And, you know, Calvin Phillips, Rodrigo, Rafinha all helped Leeds massively. Rumours are coming out of Leeds that they haven't got Bamford, Rafinha and Rodrigo, which is 3 huge players for them to lose in the spine of their team. Absolutely massive. So for me, for me, I think it's really important that we sort of home in on that and we sort of use that to our advantage and we make sure that we can break them down, because if we can break them down, we'll beat Leeds. It's that simple. Other training and transfer news, not transfer, Jesus Christ. Other news that's come out of Everton today is Jordan Pickford will miss the game, which means which means Robin Olsen will play for Everton tomorrow, which is good. I feel more comfortable. I think he's more stable than Pickford, so I'm absolutely fine with that. So that's a positive. My team. Let's go through my team then. In goal, obviously Olsen. Back 4, as I've just mentioned. Godfrey, Holgate, Mina, Keane, the way that they're normally set up. The midfield 2, the defensive 2, I'll go with Decore, and I actually bring Tom Davies into the game because I think he will do a better job at just being a bit of a pain in the arse than Gylfi Sigurdsson was. So he comes in for me. Can't believe I'm saying that. Then I'll go with a 3 just in front. I would like to see Luca Dean on the left-hand side. I would like to see James Rodriguez in the middle. And I would like to see Iwobi on the right. And up front, I'd like to see Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Now, you will see that I miss out a player there. That's Richarlison, because Richarlison needs a kick up the arse. And he's only going to get a kick up the arse when he's dropped. So for me, yeah, I'd drop Richarlison. Let's get back into some of these comments then before we crack on. James Dunlop, congrats. Phil Mason with the emojis. John Riley, it's pathetic that so many Evertonians are happy that Pickford's injured. Pickford is out. James Stitchy, hi mate. Hi Mike, mate. Doing a great job. Thank you, bud. JC Wisnia, the back with the big 4. After that, let the 7 guys, solve offensive problems. James, obviously, again, wishing you well. Dixie 60s. Newcastle did it. I bet Dirty Leeds will kick James all over the park. Mazda 36, loads better away. I'm confident. Had a couple though. I'll give you my score prediction in a minute. Dave Walker, Pico's missing, so we have a chance. Everton now. Hi, Mike. Go over to their Instagram page. Go and follow them. Gladiators, we need to be able to give the ball to James. James. Fully agree, Rich, you need to drop. There you go. Tom Davis. Yeah, I think I said this. It's like comparing Chelsea to Chesterfield. That's what it's like going Allen to Davis. But when the other alternative is Gylfi Sigurdsson, who's like Morecambe, then you've got to go with Chesterfield, haven't you? Please tell me Chesterfield are in a higher division than Morecambe, for God's sake. One of you double check that for me. But do you get what I'm saying? They're not in the same level. But they've got to do a job, and he's going to have to get in and do a job, Tom Davis, because he's going to have a tough game. Calvin Phillips is a good player, you know, and whoever they play in the middle is a good player. They've got the pushing left and right backs. Ayling will cause problems. He'll come into the centre. Davis or whoever steps in there has got to be mobile and on their feet. And I just think Davis will do a better job at that than Sigurdsson, personally. Leniers plays. Rodrigo and Rafinha are definitely out, and I think Bamford is a doubt. Perfect, exactly what we want to hear. Are the Gunner AFC? Congrats on the 8K. Thank you, buddy. Really appreciate it. Neil Martin, how many players we name on the bench tomorrow? You imagine if we don't name the 9 or 7 or whatever it is now. Imagine if we only name like 4. Tashi _ Swift EFC 1878. Congrats, John and his wife. Absolutely. Chesterfield or non-league. Brilliant. Well, hopefully they're above Morecambe. Lenny X Plays team: Olsen, Holgate, Mina, King, Godfrey, Dinya, Decore, Davies, Hammers, Richie, and DCL. Okay, so you dropping Wober. Interesting. Can King play? I think it was confirmed earlier that he can't. Are the Gunner AFC? That performance was disgusting from Arsenal. Yeah, I'd like to hear what Leno did, because everyone's raving about what Leno did, and I haven't seen it. I was watching the West Brom game. Morecambe League 2. Brilliant. So Chesterfield are below Morecambe after all of that. Fantastic. Thank you. Al Clark. Carlo is calling our players lazy. It's what we've been doing here. There you go. Carlo's a fan of the channel. He subscribed. We saw him the other day. He absolutely loves it. Absolutely loves it. Lenny X Plays Morecambe League 2. Cal Blunder. If we play Coleman and Digne as fullbacks, we lose badly. Absolutely. Brilliant. It's official. Leno, the bigger calamity than Pickford. Jesus. I'm fuming. Leno's handball was crazy, mate. Totally not needed. I'll have to have a look. More like Jay Leno. Yeah, so let's get into it. Let's just discuss Leeds very briefly. Leeds are going to come into this game unconfident. You know, they are going to be confident. I think they've took 6 points out their last 2 games. They've had some good performances. They can. Leeds have almost adapted the way they play. They don't score and win 5-4, 3-4 anymore. They don't do that. If you look at their last few games, they've won or they've lost by an odd goal or an odd couple of goals, but nothing heavy, nothing major like the start of the season. So Bielsa's taught them to maybe be a bit calmer, a bit more relaxed when it comes to doing things like just being stupid and running around and scoring tons of goals and leaving themselves wide open. And that's why Everton are going to have to be a little bit more tactical savvy in this game, because we're going to have to allow Leeds the ball. We're going to have to let them have the ball in the middle of the park. We're going to have to let them come on to us. But as soon as we get that ball on the transition, we need to hit them hard. Like, we need to, I'm telling you, we need to hit them with pace down the channel, and we need to get Dominic Calvert-Lewin scoring goals, because at this moment in time, he doesn't even look like scoring. You know, I know he scored in the FA Cup. I get that, but look who we were playing. I haven't seen him score a goal in the Premier League now. I'm thinking, what, the last 5? I want to see a goal. I want to see him having the chance to put the ball in the net. And when he has had the chance to put the ball in the net, he missed, like Leicester. He had the chance. He was 3 yards out or 4 yards out, and he puts the ball wide. It would be easier for him to score. So for me, he needs a goal. He needs a goal. Richarlison, if he plays, I want to see Richarlison take this game by the scruff of the neck, beat his man and deliver a ball, score some goals, do something constructive, because he hasn't for a long time. He's okay going back. He's okay defending. But when we're going to be playing with a flat back 4, hopefully, I expect that Everton are just going to have to use his pace going forward. Let's get back into the comments. David Cummins, who comes everywhere, I've heard from his missus, everywhere. It's a complete mess. Oi, oi, Mikey boy. Ditchy, Olsen, Holgate, Keane, Godfrey, Digne, Decore, Davis. I think we've gone. Oh, you've gone Sigurd. You've put Sigurdsson in there. Okay. We've got some tripe from Twitch there that we won't need to say. You said last time that we beat you, so if I was you, try not to give us the ball. And yeah, do you know what? It's fair enough you say that, but we set up defensively wrong in the last game, I would say. Very, very much too open. But cheers for popping in. Joe Mahern, I think, is that Delph or Digne needs to play left wing. He's the only one who can deliver for DCL. I'm guessing that's Digne. Evertonian Luke, the season's been mad. We've won games we've written off and lost games we thought we'd win. So just see how we are on the day. Yeah, but it shouldn't be like that, should it? You know, it shouldn't be that inconsistent. James McDade. Hi, Michael. Congrats on the 8,000. 4.3 to the Blues. Great show. 4-3 to the Blues. Great show as usual, mate. P.S. Congrats to John and the wife. Absolutely. Would you play Bernard? Probably not. What's the point? What's the point? I don't know what Bernard. The only thing Bernard might do is might be quick on the transition. But yesterday he wasn't even going to be here. He was going to be Al Nasir or whatever. So I don't know. Ryan Mattox, Holgate right back, Godfrey left back, 100% need to win with a solid defence. Abso-fucking-lutely. Sid Ashwood, I think Josh King will flop harder than brilliant. Absolutely amazing. Newcastle are winning. There you go. Some young lad just got sent off for Southampton. I tell you what, it's all red cards everywhere. Red card at Old Trafford, red card at Southampton. Let's hope Leeds get a red card. Hi Connor from Cal Blundell. Everton, Newcastle winning again. Odim Kingi can't play against Leeds. Brilliant. Yeah. So, look, what's my score prediction? And my score prediction is that Everton win 2-1. I think Leeds will score because I think they're clever enough to score, even with us playing the flat back four. But I think Everton. I just have a feeling tomorrow that Everton being away from home, I feel like we can win. So I'm fairly confident that we will. Here's a description of Leno. Leno punched the ball out of the area like big dunk on Paul Schnarner. Saints down to 10 after 2 minutes. Absolutely fantastic. Kendall will be buzzing. Everton now. Do you reckon we should go back to basics and play Richie up top, carrying on the same tactics but change it up? Maybe. Oh, I have real concerns. For Richie. I've got to be honest. I have major concerns to Richie because I just don't think he's been good enough for quite a while now. Make sure you get the likes up, guys. Carl Brimage, watch now. Key will get sent off tomorrow. Let's just hope not. Yeah. Connor Crossland, hi Mozza. And a few people saying hi. Cal Blundell, if City win tomorrow, they go 10 points clear. Then if they beat Liverpool, they go 13. Yeah, Man City are walking this league. They're going to win the league. And as long as we don't, thank God. As long as we're not gonna, then I'm cool with that because I don't need Liverpool anywhere near it. Cal Blundell, that's of Liverpool because Man U are not in the title race. Everton now agreed. Colin Benwell, do you think King will be key? Big ups to John and his family. Absolutely. I think he's an option. We saw Josh King 2 years ago, I think it was. He scored 15 goals in the league and Man United wanted to sign him for 20 million. He's a good player. You don't get to that level without being a good player. However, and let me just explain why I'm a little bit reluctant to start putting all my eggs in Josh King's basket. Firstly, this guy signed a 6-month contract. So secondly, I don't understand why we would even offer a 6-month contract. We paid the guy 5 million. Well, we paid Bournemouth £5 million. We put him on a wage that I don't know how much he's on. If somebody knows how much he's on a week, let me know in the comments. But say he's on 80 grand a week, and he knows full well he can leave in 6 months' time. Are you that arse to play for that football team, knowing that he can have the move to potentially where he wants completely for free in the summer? So I'm a little bit worried about what's up here with him. Does he actually want to play for Everton, or did he just want to get out the Championship? And if so, how long is he going to be at Everton? Because if he has a fantastic 6 months, is he going to sign an extension on the same money he's on now? I don't know. I'm a little bit worried about it. It could be a case of in the summer, this guy that we spent £5 million in invested in giving some play time, trying to help him, support him, develop him, and he can just leave. That doesn't sit right with me. It doesn't sit right with me at all. Gladiators, what do you think of Juvan Zapata from Atlanta coming to Everton? Oh, yeah, he's a player. RIP Captain Tom, absolutely. Sad news. Obviously, if you don't, you will all know Captain Tom. 100 years old, raised tons of money for charity by walking around his garden, and he sadly died today in hospital, which is a massive shame to the country. I'll go as far as saying that. Ethan, I think it's a good deal because if he is not what we thought then we are not stuck with another older player on big wages. Yep, fair enough. Dixie 60 agreed. King is putting himself in the window for the window. Hopefully, he will put a bit of pace into our side, though. Yeah, absolutely. Look, if he's going to be here, as long as he puts in a shift, I'm okay. You know, maybe I don't want him to leave in the summer, but I think it's a hell of a gamble. It's a hell of a gamble. You know, six-month contract. I haven't heard of that before. I haven't heard of a player signing a 6-month deal. Just to go out in January, just to go out in the summer. I don't understand. You know, it either says to me that Everton don't really rate him and didn't really want him, but he was an option that we obviously need cover for, or he's not earning a lot of money and he's not particularly asked to be here. So I really don't know, mate. I really don't know what to, get in it. Ryan Matters, can't imagine the club have put him on mad wages for him to fuck off in 6 months. I also think they offered him 6 months because they have Bailey lined up in the summer. That would be absolutely fine, cool with that. The fact that Gylfi Sigurdsson is our captain makes me angry. Wormy Spoons, don't know. Either ways, if you want out, shouldn't you be lighting up at Bournemouth, proving your value, not throwing your toys out the pram like a prince, not a king? We also have a winger that appears to be doing the same. So, I don't know. Maybe, what's the point of having two of them? I don't know. I think it's a fair comment. Carl Brimage, 80 grand. JC Wisner, Mike, your opinion on El Loco Bielsa? Well, firstly, Bielsa. I criticised Bielsa. I said I didn't think he was as good as what people were making out. He's great going forward, can't defend. But it looks like he's started to fix that and identify that. And credit to him, he looks like he's starting to get it right. So, I don't know. I think he's all right. I think he's a bit overrated. Al Clark, it's basically a loan. Yeah. For him to go to anyone he wants in the summer. I don't know. I just feel a bit used, like the dirty side piece. Bielsa is similar to Martinez. Great attack, no defence. Eugene McGeever, Ancelotti faces continued Everton problem in Bernard after Al Nassr collapse. Yeah. Connor Crossland, I'm trying to listen to the stream here and the missus is hoovering. Sorry, mate. Sam Goodall, Mike, you reckon King may be on the bench tomorrow? Don't think he's available, according to the comments. I actually haven't checked if he's available or not. Connor, I'll sort her out. Brilliant. Wormy Spoons, Richie at least has some goals and assists. Yeah, true. Andy Lancaster, the way I look at the King deal is he is better than Tosin, yes, and is he proven in the Premier League? Yes. So therefore he improves the team and something better to come off the bench and has pace. Yeah, fair enough. Tashi Swift, EFC 1878, just found out that the red carded player from Southampton, the Swiss, goes to show how good he is. Brilliant. Mazda 36, Alan makes us tick. We've missed him more than anyone else. Thoughts? I completely agree. I think we have massively missed Alan. Where Alan looks fantastic is when we do play that flat back four, because he's so dominant in midfield, winning the ball, paying it off to the players who can carry. It allows Decore to carry. It allows Luca Dean to go up the left-hand side if he's playing in left midfield. I'm all for that. Sid Ashford, King and Tosin are no different, both flops. Brilliant. Carl Brimage, 6 months with a further year. Okay. Carl Brimage, Everton wanted Mertens from Napoli, and that would have made a bit more sense to me because I think we would have signed him on a bit of a longer deal, and Carlo Ancelotti already knows and worked with the player. Phil Mason, used and filthy. Mike, you're filthy, a dirty, filthy man. As long as you know that, Phil. As long as you know, my friend. Gladiators, who else can come in to help Alan Davis Decore? I wouldn't even put Davis in that conversation. In the summer, I would have loved Everton to go for Garner last night. I would have loved us to put in a loan move for Garner. He was liking people's tweets as well. He was liking people's tweets, and I think one Evertonian put a tweet out saying, "What time do you want picking up?" And he liked it. You know, so he wanted to come back. I think it's a massive blow order. I think it's a player that could have allowed Decore and Allen to sort of pop forward a bit more, do a bit more going forward, having Decore being that box-to-box midfielder, having Allen be a bit more box-to-box and Garner just sitting. That's what I would have liked. Charlie Carroll. Richie has no pace, unfortunately, but he can't beat a man. He can't beat a man. Connor Crossland, Carroll, I thought he showed pace in the early games this season. I thought Richarlison was fantastic first 4 games this season, and then he completely bottled it. I don't know what happened to him. Second part might be reason he want to put on the shift so he can show other teams his worth. Maybe. Phil Mason, 3-1 to Everton. Love that. Ethan, would love Graven Birch from Ajax for our midfield, but I highly doubt we could get him. Elite teams will be looking at him yet. Nipper R. Bielsa is our leader. No doubt he's leaving his mark in the Premiership with a Championship squad. Is Leeds a Championship squad, though? Don't know if they are. They spent £100 million, I think, in the summer, didn't they? Tashi_Swift EFC 4-1 Everton, 2-1, 2-2 Everton should sign Neves from Wolves, 2-1 my bad, 2-0 I'm worried. Yeah, look, I think Everton win this game. I think Everton win this game because it's away from home and we're better. I think Leeds will be, they're a good side, Leeds. There's no getting around it, but they've lost some big players for them, which will be challenging for them. So, yeah, look, I think Everton win. Anything less than a defeat is a good result for me. But we've got some really tough games coming up, and we needed to beat the teams that we've already lost to. Yes, a draw against Leicester's not a bad result. We needed to beat Newcastle. We needed those 3 points on the board because we've got Man United and Liverpool coming up. We've got Chelsea, we've got Man City. We need to get results, and we're going to have to beat the teams that are difficult to beat, i.e. the Leeds. I don't know. I think it'll be an interesting one. If we can beat Leeds away, I sort of have some confidence that we can go to Old Trafford and beat them as well. So why not? Why not? Let's just be a bit more confident. Let's see if we can get a result. Let's be positive, but it's going to be difficult. Obviously, the watch along will be there as normal, which will be fantastic. Really looking forward to doing it, although obviously not having John's always a big blow. I miss John. James Ditchfield. Mike Carlo, just give King a 6-month contract to see what he's like as a player. If you don't like him, we can get rid of him. If he like him, you give Josh a longer contract. Yeah, but it's whether Josh will take that longer contract. He can do what he likes. I mean, he could technically sign a pre-agreement right now. He's only got a 6-month deal. Richie has it, but just frustrations in game. Tashi_Swiss EFC 1878. Leon Bailey, Max Aarons and a striker would be a good summer. 2 out of 3. Charlie Carroll, watch again. Not really. As John just said, can't beat a man. If he had Godfrey's pace, he would be a player for sure. Yeah, fair enough. Eugene McGeever, Carlo Ancelotti should. Everton never turns up on Saturday lunchtime against Newcastle. No, we didn't. I think this season, all games are hard. This season has gone mental. And do you know what, Nip at heart? That is a very, very fair comment there. Teams that Everton really should probably expect to beat at home, we haven't. And it's the same with Leeds. Leeds would have thought they'd beat some teams at home that they should have beat. But then they've gone and got results at like Leicester and Everton. So I think you're bang on. Kenny playing for Celtic right now. He'll just put a corner in their first goal. Could you imagine him scoring the first goal? How is Richie's English doing? He's been taking classes with Marco Silva. Hope he didn't skip classes. I don't think so. Connor Croston, missing fans a lot now. Doesn't feel the same. Absolutely. And I miss Goodison. Unbelievably. And right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Have a fantastic evening. I will see you tomorrow, obviously. It's going to be a tough game. I've got to be positive. We've all got to be positive. We've got to believe we can beat Leeds, and why can't we? So that is your Everton v Leeds match preview. There may be a video before the game tomorrow, which will be me with Connor from One Leeds. So go over to his channel and go and subscribe. Apart from that, guys, peace. Keep smiling up the toffees.